crypto world. Hello, cheers, good morning, what's up fam? Hello, hello, hello. Cheers, cheers, welcome, welcome, good morning. Hey yo, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, cheers, welcome back to Crypto Live with Kung Fu. Hiya! Chopping through the FUD, staying ahead of the FOMO. You know how we do it. Looking through the headlines, finding out what's happening, making sure that we don't get left behind. Today's video, we kind of covered this. We did a 589 video with a 589 liquidity solution. We did a video yesterday talking about $500. Can it happen overnight? Really just trolling that title and kind of trying to play the paradox, trying to play both sides of the fence really, and say, you know, like the possibilities. How would it happen? How would it not happen? All of that in review. Thinking about the tomorrow date, the big day tomorrow. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. Global reset, financial collapse, all the good things and more. That's right. Here we go. You know we got to do this one too. You know we got to do it. Roll this one.
I'm an advisor. I'm not a fiduciary, and I'm not offering financial advice. I'm looking at information and reviewing it with you. Also, before we get started, go ahead and click that subscribe button and click that like button to show support to our channel, and click that bell to get notifications for whenever I post videos next.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. Good times. Great oldies. Cheers. Let's go say hey to the room. Let's go say hey to the room. Dragon! Dragon 44. You right. I heard Robert Lee and Wheat Swing can take down an army of 10 full-grown men. That's right. I heard that too. I was listening to that rap this morning. My Prius has such a nice sound system. It's got the level 5 super Prius level backup cam, solar panel on top. It's got a solar panel on top of my car. It's got these JBL speakers. It sounds like I have a sub, but I don't. It just sounds really good. That song bumps. That song bumps in my car. So, you know, playing that this morning, I was feeling pretty good about that. I was bumping it. I listened to it probably about 100 times before I dropped it. So I was like, I'm gonna take a break. I didn't listen to it for about a week, but I put it up on my Instagram stories this morning. I put it up on my stories, and I actually listened to it a little bit. Got myself hyped up for today. Getting myself hyped. Let's say hey to the room. Let's say hey to everybody. How are you guys today? Luke K, Yo-Yo, The Great Pate, good morning. Corey Ziegelman, hello, cheers. Something Clever, what's up? Mo Crypto, what's up? Bill Gould, XRP 1000, Altcoin, Shellfire. Wilson T, what's up, what's up? Chris K, Raymond, XRP Zilla, Ahmed, what's up? Chris K, Mike Smith, J Vot, Nicholas Miyagi, what's up? Someone Better, Wilson, Crypto Cougar, hey Crypto Cougar, what's up? Glad it went down a little bit because I'm going to buy more. I can relate to that. XRP going to 80 cents today, says Luke K. Kick Boy, what's up? Bobby Wheeler, what's up? Ticket to the Moon. Henrik, hello, hello. Egbert, hello. Young, what's up? Dude Man, Tech, how's everybody doing today? How are you guys feeling today? Hit the like button. Where's Bob? Where is Bob? I don't know. Bob. Smash the like button. Thanks for saving me. Nothing good was on TV, and I'm tired from Hollywood Wives. KFN. I get it, bro. I get it. Roll the intro. Hey, Bones. Hey, everyone. Hello. Cebu News. Cebu News. We talked about. There's the San Francisco blockchain conference going on. Dragon 44. Permanently stuck in your head. Nice. And your wife's. Woo! All right. That's right. It's a sing-along. It's a campfire song. What's up? What's up? Ripple OG. Mike Smith, 5K, hello. Rye, Clara B, what's up, everybody? Go, Chisme, Vadam, hello. Ed French, what's going on, fam? Bobby Wheeler, keeping the faith. That's right, keeping the faith, keeping it strong. So I think that what we're looking at today, what I want to look at today, obviously we go through the headlines. Obviously we'll look at what's happening with the information presented on mainstream news. But also thinking about, I watched Crypto Erie's video yesterday. Crypto Eddie, Crypto Erie. I think it was this one. Click over to it. Swift GPI. I really liked this video, and I wanted to do a full edit about this, but I just wasn't feeling very well yesterday. I took the time to rest and just watched this video and thought about it a little bit. Swift GPI document, API, third-party application. People are making a lot of dot connecting about Swift and RippleNet. it's put some people up in arms saying, stop connecting random dots. It doesn't make sense. Some people are saying, let us connect the dots we want. We can do whatever we want. Stop yelling at me. Stop yelling at me. It doesn't really, I think either way, we can all relate. We can all agree, XRP Moon.
XRP Moon! XRP!
Woo, Great Pate. Are you in Florida, bro? Great Pate. Are you in Florida? I heard you guys have a hurricane coming. What's the name of it? Manuel or something? I don't know. So the one big thing I took away from Crypto Erie's video yesterday that I watched, and I actually thought this was kind of a good point, was looking at the she mentions the coincidence that XRP price shot up nearly like 100% the same day that Swift launched their product, the 4 products on September 21st. Coincidence or not, I don't know. I thought that was really interesting. I thought it was really cool, and I was like, that is a big coincidence. I did not even know that actually took place. I was a little bit outside that loop, so I do appreciate this dot connection. I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus. I am definitely recognizing the paradox, because we talk about this a lot, and I know I'm going to just dive right into it. I'm going to dive into some of this heady stuff, and we'll go through the headlines in a second. There's a paradox afoot. There's a paradox afoot. And boy, do I love me a paradox. Do I love me a paradox? You know I do. You know I do. Who knows what a paradox is? I mean, most people do. I think most people know what a paradox is. What's your favorite paradox? What's your favorite paradox? Does anybody know any? Does anybody know any paradoxes off the top of their head? Chisme, I just thought about you this morning. Chisme, I just thought about you this morning. I have the XRP Moon audio file. I just don't have anything to host it on. I was going to put it on my old SoundCloud, but then you guys will get to see all these ridiculously goofy old beats I made. So a little hesitant to put that on my SoundCloud and then share the link, because then you guys will see it. But I guess that's just what's going to happen. I can't make a new SoundCloud. They won't let me. So the paradox that I'm thinking about, the paradox that I think people don't really understand, is the reality that we talk about how much value is in these blockchains. Let's just pretend XRP doesn't exist. Let's pretend XRP doesn't exist at all. Let's pretend for 2 seconds. Wait, before we do that, you guys know I'm a believer. I'm a big believer, but I'm also a big skeptic. I like to play the back and forth. I'm a huge believer and a big skeptic at the same time. That works out for me. It makes me feel a little bit balanced, I guess. Now, in reality, the point of, let's just say we're all into Bitcoin. Let's say we're all into Bitcoin and we want to use Bitcoin to send $1 trillion. How much value needs to be in the Bitcoin blockchain? How much needs to be in the network before you can actually send $1 billion, before you can actually send $1 trillion? Now, this is a great question to think about. How much value is actually in the ledger? How much value can actually be sent through the ledger? Now, I think this is a part of the paradox that people don't understand. We can say, 4 trillion volume. So here's the basic math. Here's the basic math that I think people are looking at. We saw possibly the 4 billion volume on the 21st, and after that, reach about 50 cents per XRP, right? Now, we're thinking, people are saying, if 4 trillion volume moves through the XRP ledger, it would have a $500 price per token. That's what the math is. That's the basic math here. Thinking about the volume through the network. But here's the paradox. Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker, guys. It can't be 589 until there is that much money in there. So it's kind of a paradox, right? Like, you can't send trillions of dollars until it's $500, and it can't be $500 until they're sending trillions of dollars. Do you guys get this? Do you guys get this? What I'm suggesting? It's a paradox. It's a paradox. I was looking this up this morning. The actual math involved for how much, what Bitcoin needs. What Bitcoin needs to be able to send billions of dollars is for Bitcoin token price to be $1 million per Bitcoin. That is how they'd be able to use Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's token price can hit a penny per Satoshi, a penny per sat, that would give the blockchain network the ability to send money, right? The ability to send money, the ability to send volume, billions of dollars of volume. You can't do that right now. You can't do that right now. In fact, I don't even know if I have it up. Shoot. I had this up a second ago, and it's a Quora article talking about the value sent through the blockchain and how much value is needed. What I was looking at a second ago, thinking about, it was on Quora. I don't remember exactly what the name of the article was, but I was looking at this, and David Schwartz was one of the first people to jump in there and comment. You gotta love how sometimes articles are great, but the best information sometimes in the comments, right? Sometimes in the comments. So I thought this was really smart. Why does XRP token need to have value for it to be used on the Ripple network by banks if it will be adopted? Can't it be used with a zero value? And they go through and talk about, well, the supply and demand. And David Schwartz actually answered down here, and it was really great. This is very telling. This is very telling. Cheers. Thanks, David Schwartz, for always being there for us. No, it can't be used unless it has sufficient value and liquidity. So let's think about Bitcoin blockchain or XRP blockchain, a solution for liquidity. Now, to be more precise, the value and liquidity, the broad range of the payments, the more value and liquidity it has, the broader range of payments it can use to settle, right? So right now, Bitcoin and XRP both don't have the volume or liquidity to settle these transactions. It's just they don't have it. Woo! XRP Mooney. Thank you so much. Is it your birthday, XRP Grind? Is it your birthday? Happy birthday, Grind! Woo! There it is. Ripple OG, thank you so much.
XRP Mooney.
Woo! XRP Mooney. I think we should hit a hotkey for that one. Let's hotkey it. Thank you, Ripple OG, XRP Moon.
XRP Moon! XRP!
My man, what's up? Yeah, XRP Grind, congrats, dude. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday. Very cool. Very cool. Very good day to have a birthday. So the sky's falling tomorrow, apparently. I'd like to know what you guys think. I'd like to know what you guys think about this. October 10th. I saw someone yesterday that had, they had a big channel. They are not XRP YouTubing. They are just like conspiracy theorists YouTubing. They're probably like a doomsday prepper, and they have a video about the global reset going on tomorrow or November 11th. They said either one. They don't really know. But thinking about that, thinking about the global reset, thinking about October 10th, tomorrow, the sky's falling. What do you guys think about this? What are you guys anticipating happening? The reality is, looking at this, the easiest way to see why this is so is to think about Bitcoin. So thinking about XRP value in the ledger right now. The easiest way to think about this is to think about Bitcoin. 4 years ago, you could not buy a house with Bitcoin. You just couldn't. You can today. It would have been very hard today to settle $1 billion payment with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's price ever goes to $1 million, then you could settle $1 billion payment with it. $1 billion payment with it. Now, this is pretty crazy. This is pretty crazy stuff to think about. Like, the liquidity solution doesn't work unless there is volume and liquidity. Now, this is really big. It basically means it's kind of like it's a paradox. It's a catch-22. It's not going to be useful for the banks unless the banks use it. It's not going to be used by the banks unless it's useful. It's both ways. It's really kind of interesting to look at. The real kicker is that the price of the XRP token per token, and I think you guys have seen this in like the Shane Ellis comments and stuff. The Shane Ellis comments, thinking about the math of the token per token, I've called him out for his math being wrong before because it's wrong, but I'm not saying anybody's specifically wrong in a generalized term. I'm just saying some of his specific math is not correct. I'm not the best. Demonstrate live math for you guys, so I'm not going to break it down. But thinking about this, in a very simple approach, a very simple understanding of these ledgers are not going to be useful unless the amount of value that they want to send is sendable. If Swift goes live tomorrow with RippleNet, there's no use case there. There's very little value, very little volume, very little liquidity. So what needs to happen? What needs to happen for this to work? Win math. So to put this another way, 1 Bitcoin contains 1 million Satoshis. And we've talked about this. Actually, 1 Bitcoin contains 100 million Satoshis. 1 XRP contains 1 million drops. 1 million drops. Woo! Schrodinger's cat. Oh, I love that one. That one is so good. Thank you so much for dropping that. Chellfire, I think you're the first person to drop it in. Chellfire, thank you for that. I love Schrodinger's cat because it literally means it's one of the first really representations of a paradox as far as the manifestation of quantum mechanics and the double state, dual state possibilities, right? So the Schrodinger's cat reference, think about how the cat's both dead and alive in the box at the same time, right? It's I forget the exact word they use in quantum mechanics, but like a superimposed state. So it's both at the same time. And referencing quantum mechanics is great. I love this. It's a good moment to break into this. Also thinking about Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. One of the first times in math and physics that we had a paradox demonstrated by science. The Heisenberg's uncertainty principle talks about the paradox of either you can know where something is in space and how fast it's, or you can know where something is in space, or you can know how fast it's going in what direction. You can't know both at the same time. You can only know one. I think that's really cool. Woo! V Bravo, thank you so much. XRP Moon.
XRP Moon.
Woo! Thank you so much, V Bravo. I appreciate the support. Let's hit the Investor Blast Off. Investor Blast Off hotkey. Yo, awesome. So we pulled this up in our 589 video. We brought this up and we were looking at, where is it? We were looking at this in our 589 video. I just saw Ed French talking about the 1988 Economist cover, the collapse of fiat. And you know, one of the crazier things to think about, I just brought up this other article on Wall Street Journal we're going to look at in a second, talking about cryptocurrencies. We have a few things on Twitter, in the headlines, in the news, talking about cryptocurrencies. And I think that we'll go through the headlines and we'll look at those in a second. But one of the bigger things that they're referencing is that the cryptocurrencies they've come to the horizon as a financial solution to a problem that we've had for over a decade. Now, the people in charge of fintechs and people in charge of governance and these world authorities, these people have decided that there is a benefit to crypto, one that benefits their economies, ones that benefits their nation-state fiats to run these digital currencies on the back end. And the benefits, we can go through the technological breakdown of why there's benefits and what they mean to each individual nation state. But the point is really that I see people being divided about this tomorrow or next month or next day price. And I think the possibility is really hard for me to decide, because I recognize that XRP Ledger is a better, I guarantee in my mind, and anyone who looks at it, XRP Ledger is a refinement of the technology, stepping one step forward from Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin itself looking like they're not that likely to provide this liquidity solution, but I'm just starting to realize there's an actual competition here, I think, between XRP and BTC. Even though we might not think that there's one at all, because we really are just very much cheerleading XRP, I can see the last code changes that Blockstream put through. Blockstream's last code changes, talking about this reverse compatible block size change and all these other things, they really mimicked a lot of Ripple protocols specifications as to not forcing nodes to update, things like that. It looks to me like BTC is literally stepping in the direction of, I want to compete with XRP before people even know what XRP is. And that's kind of crazy. It potentially means that there might be a further battle between these two Goliaths of crypto. And XRP, again, does not offer the liquidity or volume that Swift needs tomorrow. If Swift launched tomorrow, they do not have the volume or liquidity in either one of these ledgers, right? In either one of the ledgers, they do not have the volume to start moving, to start doing anything. This is potentially why some people say it's going to happen overnight, and this is why some people say it's going to happen step by step, because they're almost the same thing. I know. Referencing Stephen Hawking's A Brief History of Time, once you're past this event, right, looking past this event in retrospect, it'll be like, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. It happened all at once, or it happened in steps. It's about the same thing. So Meowgi, thank you so much. Meowgi dropping some really insightful comments. BTC value can help in liquidity when using ILP. Now, if you guys watched my 589 video, which we redid the 589 video because some of the audio was off, and we put it back up, and we told you guys, like, go watch it again and help me retweet it. That video, wherever it is, on my channel, it's called 589 Audio Fixed. That video is, whoops, we do not want source code. Oh, we froze it. Oh, we froze it. Oh, we broke it. I don't know. The stream looks like it's not frozen, but my computer, Safari's frozen. So what's going on with you guys while I wait for my Safari to unfreeze? Hey, there we go. Oh, cool. Good times. I don't need that right now. So we made this video. Thank you, Meowgi, for referencing that 589 liquidity. I cannot say enough. I cannot say enough. Thank you so much. Ripple OG, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Thank you so much. Woo! Foo! XRP's the best. It's the best. I'm waiting for the sound. There it is. As soon as I start talking. As soon as I start talking. No, it's not going to read this? It's not going to read it? Oh my gosh. Text to speak, you broke. Foo! XRP is the best digital asset. Adoption is happening as you read this. Moon! I like that. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. I agree. Adoption's happening right now. There's nothing we can do to stop it. Thinking about the 589 video that I redid, and I told you guys to go and rewatch it and reshare it and recomment because I messed up that one part of the audio. In this video, we talk about the liquidity solution that XRP is being brought on for. Thank you, Meowgi, for the comment that spurred this this thought. Now, the liquidity solution that XRP is providing, it is actually benefiting BTC too. So as Meowgi said, the ILP offers the ability for BTC to provide some liquidity. It's kind of like if you watch my 589 video, that breakdown of what is liquidity, thinking about bonds and treasuries as kind of liquid, but kind of solid, a solid asset. BTC kind of falls into that line, and it's a commodity right now under their categorization. But thinking about what does that mean for liquidity? What does that mean for BTC and XRP to work in unison? Now, that's something that we don't normally talk about. And when we did the video with David Schwartz, might be Satoshi Nakamoto. David Schwartz is part of the original NSA crew that built Bitcoin. We were saying, who is Satoshi Nakamoto and where are all his Bitcoins? Those Bitcoins that the Satoshi crew is holding might be part of a liquidity solution that we don't even know about yet. Now, what does that mean? Does it mean that does this mean that there's a potential for this overnight adoption as people are excited about Swift pairing with RippleNet? I'm not going to say no or yes, because I really thought Crypto Erie's video where she drew the comparison between the 21st of September with Swift product launch and the spike in XRP price, I thought that was a pretty great coincidence, I gotta say. I gotta say, I thought that was a pretty good coincidence. I can't say specifically what is happening because no one really knows. There's a lot of NDAs out there, and I think a lot of people are ready to be in a conflict more than in a solution. And I think that the post we made about the 2 tigers and the strawberry, you can look at 2 tigers all day long. You can also choose to pick the strawberry. The paradox of the ledgers right now is that neither one has the volume or liquidity for anything to happen tomorrow. There's nothing that can happen tomorrow with Swift unless there's volume or liquidity. Now, does that mean that part of the plan is that there's a collapse before there's an emergence? I see a lot of doomsdayers talking about the global reset, the global collapse, and they talk about these catastrophic events to help the catalyst of this. And I've seen people go as far as saying, you know, I'm not going to go out to any big shows or any big events because I don't know what's happening in the next month. I think that's a little bit extreme. Personally, I don't know. I don't really know. That's up for you to decide how next level you're going to take this conspiracy. But the possibility tomorrow for it to be used overnight, we would have to see some price movement right now. Like, we would have to see price movement right now for there to be trillions of dollars of volume moved. And I think that we can respect that. We can respect the truth of the matter is that XRP or Bitcoin or XRP and Bitcoin together with the ILP, it needs more volume and more liquidity for it to provide the solution that the global fintech needs, the liquidity solution that they need. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Is it going to be a slower road to adoption, or is it going to be like one step at a time for a little click? A month of 1 steps? Will it be overnight? I'd love to know what you guys think. I'd love to know what you guys are anticipating or what you expect out of this event tomorrow or November 11th. People talking about the sky falling. People talking about the global financial collapse. People talking about a global reset. A lot of big stuff. Smash the like button. Smash that like button. And this is for you, Ripple OG, Investor Blast Off. Thank you so much. Woo! So, some of the stuff today on the news outside of XRP, what's happening? There is Bytecoin, a few coins getting delisted from Binance. Trig, Chat, Bytecoin, and ICN are being delisted from Binance. That's happening. That is happening. There was something else. I just retweeted a couple tweets about the IMF talking about global adoption. That seems pretty good. Google Trends says it's stagnant. Lukey, how about 80 cents? The 1988 Economist magazine predicts a new global currency tomorrow. Bretton Woods meeting also. So, referencing the creation of the Fed, referencing the creation of the Federal Reserve and the original Bretton Woods meeting and the change to the global monetary policy and what that means for everyone around the world, people are speculating that there's a change or an announcement coming or possibly a global reset. Again, if there is something that starts tomorrow, it would probably take a minute for them to get to the volume and liquidity they need. It might be a month of stair-stepping the price before the volume and liquidity to be useful. Bytecoin, been around since 2013. I wonder why they're delisting it. I wondered that as well. I really wondered that as well. I don't know why they're delisting it. It's a good question. It's a good question. Good question. Now, I put this up. People who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those doing it. This is talking about the naysayers of crypto. People saying it'll never take off, it'll never happen, there's too many problems. But the history shows that we've overcome similar problems before. It hasn't stopped us. It hasn't stopped us. Yeah, those hotkeys were slow today, right? Crypto Cougar, I agree. I agree, Crypto Cougar. It's not predictable. Speculation is all we have until the day comes. I agree. John, thank you. Swift CBOS conference this year, one of the biggest global conferences in the world. This is huge news and tell me all I need to know. A lot of people are excited about Ripple Net holding space at Swift CBOS conference. I will say that Galgatron put up a tweet yesterday talking about Ripple has been at every Swift CBOS conference for the last 4 or 5 years. So that's not necessarily new. That's not necessarily new. That's just something that they do. One World Currency Theory, October 10th, 2018. So this is what I'm saying. If there is a massive global conspiracy and something happens tomorrow on the 10th, it'll probably take a minute for the volume and liquidity to be there for XRP to be a solution for Swift. It can't happen overnight if there's no volume or liquidity there because they can't send any money through it. It's literally a paradox. You can't send any money through it if there's no volume and liquidity, and then there's no volume and liquidity because no one's sending money through it. It's kind of hard to think about. Very challenging to wrap your brain around that one. Sometimes I think people think, oh, the volume is going to equal the price, but really the price is going to equal the volume we can get through there. And so if we don't have a specific price, the volume and liquidity is not there. So we have to have a specific price point of XRP for liquidity and volume to work at these high numbers. What does that mean? What is the math for this? I don't know. Trying to do the math for that's really hard. Trying to do the math for how much volume and liquidity is needed in one of these ledgers to send $1 billion, that's hard math. I don't know. You guys should help me out. Help me out with that. Jose H2X is right. FOMO's real. You can see that last year, just off speculation, we hit our all-time high. Just off of speculation. Just off of speculation. We hit an all-time high. We had not seen anything as far as utility or partners near what we have today, but we still hit an all-time high of like 350, 380, whatever, 330. All we need, I think all we need is for a $5 XRP. We need to break the all-time high. We need to have about 200 billion in the ledger, and then maybe we'll have some volume and liquidity. Banks can start using it, and then more banks will start using it. We need the snowball to start rolling. Once the snowball starts rolling, it collects more snow. It gets bigger. It keeps going downhill. So that's possibly what they're waiting on. I agree. Banks will give liquidity. This is true. This is exactly what we're saying. The 589 is a liquidity solution. The banks are going to give the liquidity. It's literally, we have a liquidity problem, a liquidity crisis, shall we say. And you know what? We haven't even looked at this. This article is great. Thinking about crypto challenges are unique. And it goes through and just kind of highlights how we've overcome a lot of the, any challenges in the past, overcoming them. Obviously, necessity is the mother of invention. If we want to get it done, we will get it done. And I think that's probably true. The IMF warns of crypto mass adoption. So the IMF put out a statement today warning financial institutions that crypto could pose a threat to traditional financial systems. That's kind of cool. So the IMF put out a World Economic Outlook talking about crypto. Chapter 2 discusses the global recovery. So global recovery sounds like we have to have a global crisis, a global reset. Interesting. So going through this, the global recovery 10 years after the 2008 financial meltdown, they recognize that they had a liquidity crisis 10 years ago. They understand that there was a financial problem 10 years ago and what they can do about it now. What are they doing about it now? What can they do as far as building out this global payment rail? That's a great segue to this article. Wall Street Journal. Wall Street Journal talking about the Wall Street firms to move trillions into blockchain in 2018. Now, this is an old article. It's from September of last year. It's about a month old, a year and a month old. So this article is a little bit older, but I wanted to pull it up because I think it really is interesting to think about the the IMF talking about this global reset, the financial institutions talking about what these cryptocurrencies provide. I can't remember where it is in here exactly, but I found somewhere in this article it talks about how the nation-state governments and the world economies are recognizing crypto as a resource, as a solution to them, a solution and a resource to benefit their fiats. They think that this is going to be beneficial to their fiats. So you can see that there is a speculation about what this would mean. What would this do if and when nation-state governments start using these digital currencies, or if they even have their own digital-backed currency? I think we saw Manny Pacquiao made a Pacquiao coin, and he's put it out. Manny Pacquiao made a Pacquiao coin, and he's putting it out in Asia's next blockchain event, whatever that is, some event. He's putting it out. That's his thing now. That's what he's going for. Also today, right now, happening right now, the San Francisco Blockchain Week starting to kick off. Who's talking today? I think that there's a Michael Arrington and someone else talking today at San Francisco Blockchain Week. All in. I'm all in. Ride till I die. Woo! Ride till I die. No turning back.
No. No.
Yeah, no turning back. No turning back. What is ILP? ILP is the Interledger protocol. ILP is the Interledger protocol. It's a thin protocol layer for blockchains to interact on. The interoperable thin protocol layer that is not token specific. It is open for any token to be used. It is not token specific because a token specific protocol, again, has a lot of vulnerability and failures inside of a specific token for a protocol. And there's actually a tweet that addresses that. We can go look at it. I know you like charts. Oh, I just missed that comment. It scrolled up. Where'd it go? I know you like charts. IMF did a sweet chart on the IMF article I tweeted last night. Cool. Let's check that out. Let's check it out. Chisme, where does the 10th date come from? I honestly don't even know where that 10th date come from. Someone was saying Bretton Woods starts tomorrow, but I just saw people talking about the 10th and November 11th. There was another video I found that had 500,000 views, and the guy wasn't talking about XRP and Ripple at all. He was literally just talking about the global reset and the financial system changes with the KYC, AML, BSA, etc. Hello, hello. Jared Del Rey asking some pretty personal questions, but why not? Kung Fu, do you shower every day? Honestly, you look like one of those guys who shower every other day. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather. I've had the sniffles, so I have been showering every day the last few days just because I like that hot, steamy time. Probably don't want to hear too much about me and hot, naked, steamy time, but you asked, so normally, if I'm feeling well, I might do every other day showers, but I work out so often and I have long hair, my hair gets nasty if I work out and it's sweaty and I don't shower. So normally, you're right, I might not shampoo every day because I don't want to take all the oil out of my hair, but I do shower every day, especially if I'm working out, which is something I usually do every day. My man, what's up, what's up? Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? How are we feeling today? Cheers, cheers, cheers. Welcome back. No one in Austin shows the daily. They keep it too weird there. What is up? Once every 3 days for you. That sounds good. I mean, no one's complaining. Sounds fine. My biggest regret in life was not buying more BTC. Well, I can respect that. It might be a regret right now. It might be a regret right now, looking back, but what was I looking for? I feel like I was looking for something that I put up as a tweet and I thought it was going to be exciting. What was I just rambling on about? Guys, what was I rambling on about? Does anybody remember? Oh, you know what? We have a giveaway going on. Thanks to CKJ Crypto News doing the. I went and hung out in his late night stream the other night. Shout out to CKJ Crypto News. I was in the stream late last night, or no, 2 nights ago, and he did a giveaway. Or someone showed up and did a giveaway in the stream. I got 100 XRP, and I have a tweet. Where is it? Where is it? We have a tweet going around. It's basically just a retweet to win kind of challenge. Where is it? Where did I put it? I'm going to finish that right after this video. So if you guys still want a chance to win or enter, wherever I put that tweet. So the remaining 50. So I won 100 XRP in CKJ's stream. I gave 50 back to him. I said, keep 50. We'll split it. He said he's going to give away those 50 in stream again. So that should be how you get the other 50. And then the 50 that I got, I'm going to give away. And I put up a tweet that said, just follow and retweet and you get a chance to win. And then CKJ said he would match the 25. So it's now a 50 XRP giveaway. All you have to do is retweet and comment, and then you're entered to win. That will be done later. That will be done later this afternoon, so you can still go compete. I gave 50 back to him, so he can give away 50 more on his stream, and that's going on right now. That's going on right now on Twitter. I think that WireX put out something today that WireX is doing some type of referral link now. I think they have a referral link where you can earn BTC or something by sharing WireX. I don't think we don't have WireX in the States. So nobody in the States really is going to use WireX to buy anything. I guess if you're in the UK or somewhere else, you guys can buy crypto on your WireX account. That's pretty much what the hope is. I think they want you to sell, or they want you to share your link, and they want people to buy on the WireX account. That's something new that's happened today that came out as well. What else is happening? So we have the Wall Street article looking at the Bitcoin and XRP ledgers. How much money needs to be in these ledgers for them to function? How much money needs to be, the volume and liquidity has to be a certain price. They're saying Bitcoin would have to be $1 million per Bitcoin or a penny per Satoshi for Bitcoin to be used as a liquidity solution. How much money would you need to have in XRP? How much per XRP token would we need to have to move $1 billion? How much money would you need to move $1 billion in either one of these ledgers? That's a great question. So thinking about, can it happen tomorrow? Is the sky falling? Is the world economy collapsing? Is the financial system going to a global reset? I think yes, but I don't think it's going to happen all tomorrow. I think that there are changes coming. I think things are being addressed. I think systems are being built. Protocol layers are being built on top of. That's what we were looking on. That's what we were looking for on Twitter, was the protocol layer tweet. I got distracted. Yeah, the protocol layer tweet. Someone asked about the ILP, and I just was like, oh, I got a great tweet about that. And I just got distracted. I know people don't really like this guy, Rand Nooner, but he put up this tweet yesterday that was the data of the ICO funding by month, and he said it looks like we're back in reality territory, back right about now. So that's interesting to look at. Is that the cycle we're going to be in? Are we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months away from another all-time high? 9 months away from an all-time high or not? I don't know. It's hard to say. Now, Evan Schwartz. Here we go. Somebody asked about the ILP a second ago, and I said, oh, it's great. It's a thin protocol layer. It's used to facilitate the interoperability of these blockchains. Basically, if you think about it like TCP/IP or HTTP, HTTPS, it's going to be a thin protocol layer that allows applications to function. So Evan Schwartz says interoperability doesn't work if there's a built-in token. So that's why they didn't make a specific token for the ILP. They made it neutral and interoperable. So you can use whatever token you want. That sounds cool. If you create a great protocol that makes you super rich, I have a strong incentive to fork it and create a competing protocol that makes me super rich, undermining interoperability. Only pure thin protocols like IP work. So what they're referencing right now is the possibility that interoperability doesn't work if there's a built-in token. So that means that if I built a protocol layer that had a built-in token and then I decided to bring everyone on board, the incentive for others to fork it and compete with that protocol would be high, very high. So in order for there to be a standard, a protocol, which is what protocol means, it's pretty much a standard of interaction or standard of communication or exchange inside of these digital currencies, cryptocurrencies. That's what the ILP is. The Interledger protocol is literally only a pure thin protocol that does not have a specific token for it. That is how it's going to work. People have said the ILP will become the new central bank. That's what people are thinking. The ILP will be the new central bank. They'll have the KYC, AML, BSA running through the gates, the on and off ramps of the ILP, shall we say, and that's the beginning of the global financial system. Woo! More interesting than The Economist is the patent David Schwartz filed. Sometimes I wonder how new you guys are to my channel. And it's okay. I love having new people. I love new people. Hello, welcome, cheers. But yeah, I agree 100%. Red 5 Golf Gunny is right. The video we made talking about David Schwartz might be Satoshi Nakamoto. That video is on my channel. It's literally called David Schwartz is Satoshi Nakamoto, or The Real Satoshi Nakamoto, Is It David Schwartz? That video, we talk about that a lot. We talk about David's patent in 1988. We talk about him building the concepts over 30 years ago. Pretty big stuff. Ripple OG, thank you so much. Ripple OG, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, I appreciate it. XRP Moon. Man, that's a sticky hot key.
XRP Moon!
Yeah, ILP will be a lightning network for all crypto. BTC will use ILP. That's true. BTC will use ILP. And people have even speculated that maybe David Schwartz and the original Satoshi Nakamoto crew, they might have built BTC the way they did, knowingly providing a type of liquidity for XRP moving forward. And that's pretty big. That's pretty big. I mean, how far ahead have they planned this? Like, how many steps have they taken that we can't see yet? That's what I always like to think about. How long have they been playing this game? How long have they been playing this game of Go, or this game of chess? I prefer Go, but yeah. How long have they been playing this game of Go? How many moves ahead are they? Because you're looking back 30 years in time and realizing, like, whoa, they've been planning this for a minute. This is the long con. Like, if there's any resistance to this, it's too late. It's too late. You guys should have thought about that possibly like 30 years ago. 30 years ago. Yeah. It does feel good to be in it early. I want to go downtown and talk to more people and ask them about crypto, because I think that was a fun video and I think you guys liked it as well. Kind of just waiting to feel better. I have a little bit of the sniffle still. I didn't have the best night's sleep. Felt pretty sick. Got up kind of early. So maybe we'll get to do that tomorrow or the next day. I'm not really sure. Thinking about the date tomorrow, the possibility of the sky falling, what's happening tomorrow. I really just like to bounce back to this paradox. The paradox is real. I don't know which one of the camps you're in. I don't know if you're a non-camper, if you're just out here, you're listening to both sides, you're happy either way. That's kind of more like me. I'm just trying to share information with you guys. I'm just trying to be transparent, tell you what I'm thinking, share the information I know about and what's happening. I think that a lot of people are feeling very divided about this possibility, this outcome, but don't let it distract you from the reality that both of these ledgers, BTC and XRP, both of those are going to be a liquidity solution on ILP. Both of them right now don't have the volume or liquidity that they need. So what would that mean? What does that mean for tomorrow? I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm just asking the questions. Bill Gould said he's not going to be happy until KFC accepts XRP using ILP. Bro, you and me both. You and me both, my friend. That's what we need. Somebody should get KFC on the phone and make sure we can have that set up real quick. Lee Jenkins said only XRP and BTC have microchip patents. I know. That's kind of scary. It's a long con. 1988, 30 years ago. It was all planned for this year. If the sky falls, at least will be easier to reach the moon. My boy! Kick boy, you right. You right. You right about that. If the sky falls, at least we'll be closer to the moon. Yeah, I think people have said that before as well. Crypto Cougar is saying Bitcoin and XRP. That's about it. That's about what that's about the call people are making right now. Bitcoin and XRP, probably the best bet. Probably the best bet. I agree. Someone asked me yesterday how many XRP they need for them to have $850,000 by the middle of next year. And I was like, wow, that's really precise. That's very specific numbers there. You want me to tell you not only the price next year, but the price very specifically during a certain time and what that means for your holdings. That's very hard to do. Very hard to do. I'm going to say 17,000. I'm going to say 17,000. That's it. There you go. Earlier, people were saying 10,000 XRP is enough. I've seen people talk about having 1,000 XRP, 10,000 XRP, 100 XRP, 2,000 XRP. It's really interesting. You know, it's really interesting. If you do the math for how many people, if you really do the math for how many people are on the earth, how many tokens there are, if XRP becomes this global mass adopted digital currency, the backbone of this payment rail, there's not that many XRPs per person. And if you look at this article talking about Bitcoin needs to reach $1 million for the volume and liquidity to function, I like to propose the question: how much per XRP, how much per token of XRP would we need to see for us to be able to send $1 billion in XRP Ledger? Or $1 trillion or 10 billion or whatever it is, whatever our goal is. That's hard to say. I don't really know. I don't know how to do the math on that, but I think that's something worth thinking about. We're not going to be able to, we obviously cannot expect anything to happen if the capacity for the ledger is not there. If the capacity to move $1 billion isn't there, obviously it's not going to matter, right? So thinking about it very realistically, the paradox is real. Thinking about the fact that we would need to see more money in the ledger for the ledger to have the ability to move more money. That's, again, going back to the beginning of the video, it's a paradox. People are saying, oh, we need this volume to get to this price. But I think it's actually backwards. I think we actually need this price to support the volume. So what does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know. That's about it. We did our hour live stream, crypto news, crypto live, going through the FOMO, sorting through the FUD, staying ahead of the FOMO. A lot of the, I don't know if there's anything bigger than just like what we've been piling through. The anticipation of the 10th, which is, I have no idea if that means anything at all, really. I haven't done any, Yeah, from what everyone says, XRP will go up. That sounds good enough to me as well. So any other big headlines we missed today? Bitcoin core developer advocates credit card payments over BTC. Crypto fund team up with new startup hub FX broker adds BCH and BTC. Online automotive part retailer New Parts now accepts Bitcoin. All right, all right. And ICO activity down 90% this year. So ICO activity is very, very far down. I saw someone earlier today talking about launching an ICO. I think it was in Russia or Italy. I don't even know where. But the ICO activity, people are still taking it seriously. But it's definitely down 90% from where it was. A lot of fraudulent bad actors there for a minute. So it probably left a bad taste in some people's mouths. Investors losing interest in ICOs is part of one of the sub headlines here. So waiting to see kind of what's happening with the news on the horizon. We have the elves coming out. We have the news tomorrow of the sky falling or not. If something happens, if there's a catalyst, if there's an agenda or an NDA released about partners and what that means for the price. Again, thinking that people are looking for this volume to support a price, but we need a certain price to support a certain volume. So think about that for a minute. It was so good to see all of you. It was really great to be here. I appreciate you all. Thanks a bunch for joining me. I'm not feeling that well still today, so I probably won't do another edit, and I have some more work I got to do before I consider my day done. But if I do feel better and I end up getting an edit up later, it might just be like a random weird edit, not XRP focused. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll do something like that soon enough. Anyway, thanks a bunch. I appreciate you all. It means a lot. I really enjoy seeing all of you guys. I enjoy chatting with you. I enjoy getting your feedback, hearing your feedback. I appreciate the support and the super chats and the encouragement. And I'm here as much as you are to learn and be informed so we can make good decisions and be prepared for what's happening, for these changes that are taking place. Thanks a bunch, everybody. Cheers. 300 people in the room. Smash that like button. It means a lot. I appreciate you all. And as always, have a great day. Until I see you next time.
Brought to you by